Hello, hello, hello everyone, David here from Another Eden Adventures. How are ya? How's your Easter? How are your loved ones? You get many Easter eggs? We're well into Another Eden's 5th anniversary in Japan, and by now you should have received your 1000 Chrono Stone gift. Who did you pull? Any winners here? Any major losers here like me? Is it just me who lost something? I'll be posting my own pull video soon, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, I'm assuming by now you would have seen the epic video celebrating the 5th anniversary of Another Eden since its release in Japan. What you may not have seen is an even more epic video released to Japanese audiences only. It's got anime, it's got some dramatic narrative, and watching it was definitely a great way to start my Easter holidays. I hope they release an English translation of this video, because if they don't, we're seriously missing out. So watch on as I play the video and give you my commentary on the English and the very different Japanese versions of them. I'm assuming most people have seen the English version, but for those who haven't, I've added it to the end of this video for your reference. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on updates like this. These videos also literally take hours to research and edit, so thank you so much for your support. Without further ado, here's the Japanese 5th anniversary video, and stay on afterwards as I'll share my thoughts. Before I play the video, just remember there are major spoilers ahead, so watch at your own risk.
お日様はとっくにペカリの木の上だよ。いつも寝坊するあなたを起こすのが私の日課だった。優しくておせっかいな19歳のあなたを。出会う人みんなを助けたいと思うあなた。ただ一人の大切な人を救いたいと願う君。いつだって見守ってる。あなたは、君は私たち家族のかけがえのない絆だから。これはあなたと君が結ぶ私たち家族の物語。
俺は果たして救えたのだろうか。殺された未来を救うこの俺が。
あなたが次元の渦に飛び込んだことで私たちの旅は始まった。
どんなことがあっても答えを見つけ出してみせる。
巨大地震がきっかけとなってあなたは知ることになる。自分が何者なのかを。
博士の呼んだ名がなぜかとても懐かしい感じがした。あの時はまだ思い込んでいた。自分がエデンなんだと。
心のどこかでずっと気になってた。自分たちの両親のことは。
そこにいる子供たちは俺とフィーネなんだと信じていた。それが俺たちの本当の名前なんだと。
二人が私たちのことをずっと思い続けてくれたことがすごく嬉しかった。
俺は誓った。大切な家族を取り戻す。この星は俺が守ると。
でも運命は私たちにはとても残酷だった。クロノスメナス、時の暗闇に取り残された真実のエデン。私の中の秘められた力が全てを変えてしまった。
エデン、もう一人のキロス。
私のせいで君に
クロノス一家に飼われていた猫。
残酷な現実と過酷な運命を背負わせてしまった。
俺の決断は間違っていたのか。家族を助けたいという願いは許されないものだったのか。
違う。君は、あなたはいつもそばにいてくれた私の大切な家族。君であろうとあなたであろうとずっと家族だよ。これまでも、そしてこれからも。
これまで生きてきた時間に嘘はない。大切な人たちと過ごした日々も、共にいたいと思う気持ちも紛れもなく俺のものだ。 たとえ俺が何者だろうと、俺たちの心はつながってる。俺たちの手で家族を取り戻そう。みんなの未来を俺たちの手で。
あなたは私たちがいないと自分は前に進めないと言うけど、
待っていてくれ、マードカ博士。エデン。
私たちだってあなたがいるから、いつも優しいあなたがいるから。
いつかきっと救い出す。永遠の孤独と絶望の暗闇から。何があっても諦めない。
これからもついていきたいと強く強く願ってる。
温かくて優しい思い出がある。いつだってそばにいてくれる仲間がいる。俺は俺だ。なあ、君は今どこにいる？どうしようもなく辛くて悲しい時は俺たちを呼べばいい。一人で苦しんでると言うなら俺が必ず助けに行こう。仲間と共に。俺たちは
私たちは
これからも一緒に。前に進むしかないだろ。
そう。だからこれはみんなで紡ぐ私たちの物語。
From the get-go, the Japanese version clearly has very different intentions to the English version. To start with, unlike the English video that just has a basic silhouette of Aldo running with his cat Varro, we see some anime. We see an animated perspective of Aldo during one of the first scenes of the game. Here he wakes up to Feinne's voice, but unlike in the game, we see Varro sitting on top of him. I absolutely love this fan service, and to be honest, it made me a little nostalgic to the very first time I started playing Another Eden. Also, Varro is thick. Look at that booty. Yeah. In the next scene, we see what I assume is the room where Feinne and Eden grew up in, and we see a shot of their parents, Professor Chronos and Madoka. Then we see a zoom-up shot of Aldo. And by the way, I hope I'm not the only one who noticed this for the first time, but does Aldo have leg armoring everywhere except his crotch? As a traveling swordsman who risks his life constantly, wouldn't your crotch be the bit that needs the most protection? But then I guess Aldo technically isn't human, so perhaps the crotch opening is a trap for his opponents, yeah? Or maybe a lure for those clingy waifus to defend him when he needs a shield. Hozuki, Shanya. And then the clip goes through a montage of our very first journey in the Moonlight Forest, to our futuristic battles with synth humans, to our encounter with my favorite tank unit, Anabel. I love this illustration of her, by the way. To Alterna's transformation and the defeat of the Beast King, to Tales of the East, to seeing Eden as a massive Evangelion unit, to Feinne embracing Aldo aka Kiros aka Another Eden, and then we get a montage of other major quests such as the Ancient Mythos series, the 3000 Realm arc and the Abyss, and the Future Mythos series, and so forth. They also show a snippet from the extra side quest called Heroes of Bygone Days, which I think is the most underrated story arc in the game. This is the arc where you can unlock 5-star Mei. If you think the main story of Another Eden is starting to get too complex and confusing to you, I recommend playing Heroes of Bygone Days because they really simplify the story down to something very basic but very entertaining. It's a simple yet really great story, and you get to see Aldo and his friends as kids. Without going into too much, it seems to remind me of a Stephen King or Stranger Things style story where you get a group of kids dealing with something spooky. Anyway, back to the video. At the end, we're treated to a climax where we see our main characters no longer in 2D anime style, but a kind of hybrid 3D anime style. And it closes on the party walking off to their next adventure, and the whole thing combined with a glorious soundtrack gave me goosebumps. As you can see, this is very different from our English version. The English version, rather than focusing on the first 5 years of the game, started with a focus on the first 3 years of the game, obviously because that's how long we've had the global version. But then the video suddenly shifts focus from the overall story to instead the second and third anniversary units, Melissa and Ava. I've personally played through Melissa's side quests, and they are at another league above the average unit side quest. They're very dark and full of robot killing, and the way they presented the narrative was very different because Aldo really wasn't there in the first 2 side quests. I've heard that Eva's side quests are just as entertaining, if not better than Melissa's, so I understand the emphasis of the characters here. The English video is a fantastic watch, don't get me wrong, and I'm grateful that the team behind Another Eden even wanted to tag us along the 5th anniversary of the Japanese release in the first place. But after seeing the Japanese video, I'd have to put my vote on the Japanese video in terms of quality and content and presentation. But these are just my thoughts. What do you think of the English and the Japanese videos? Which do you prefer? Also, there are numerous elements of the videos I'm sure I skipped over. Feel free to share your thoughts or anything that I may have gotten wrong or have missed. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to see the English video, I'm about to play it now. Love you all and happy Easter. Bye.
You ran. You ran and you never looked back. Because you knew you would find me. I am here.
Thou prayed. Thou prayed through pain and darkest shadow, because thou knewest thou would reach me. I am here. Thou waited. Thou waited for the light and all its glory, because thou knewest it shone upon me. I am here.
In my torment, when self was all but lost, I came back from the brink for you. I am here.
And though we may sometimes stray from the path,
I am here. I am here. I am here. Till the day thy hopes turn true. I am here. In the face of constant strife.
don't lose sight of yourself.
Now is the time.
I want to see you smile.
To forge ahead.
Just cling to life a little while longer.
To never let you down. To make you proud.
Whatever it is thou wishest.
Thanks to you.
Because of thee. We are here.